Hello folks and welcome back to Medieval Total War. I am Conostep and this is going to be part 4 of my Viking invasion campaign where I'm playing as the Irish. And I have finally taken a little province here. I have a little beachhead on the main British Isle here. I've taken the province of Defet from the rebels. I have not yet declared war on the Welsh, but that will be coming soon. And for the time being though, I do want to take this warrior hold. This is the tier 1 of the castle buildings essentially. And this is very low tier. I'm not really sure of what the defensive capabilities of this structure is. So I kind of actually would like to go in here and fight this just to kind of see what this is like. Even though it's only going to take 2 turns to end this siege by myself, I figured I can walk up to the gate door basically is what I'm assuming that is going to be. I don't even think it's going to be a closed gate. I think it's just going to be an opening, a chokehold essentially that I can throw javelins through and hopefully just kind of chop down all of these spearmen so that I don't take too many casualties. That is the idea, at least. Then going forward into attacking the Welsh, I do want to have some horsemen before I attack the Welsh, because the one thing that they have a few of is archers. They have 4 units here, and then they do have some units of Celtic warriors as well. So I would like to have some horsemen that can put some pressure on their ranged units, and right now my only cavalry is my family members. My brother here, Prince Donshad, and then my king himself, King Aida V, and then I do have a son on the way. Prince Flan is 6 years away before he becomes of age, and then Prince Niall is 13 years away. So Prince Flan is on the way, but still I want more cavalry than just 3 units, right? So I do want to get some horsemen. I can start building the stables here in Munster right away. And just as a reminder, I do want to try to keep my troop producing facilities in Munster, Ulster, and Manau, just because these are the three provinces that do have the iron deposits. So that is going to be the play here. This is only going to take 2 turns to build, so I can get that going. It's only 200 florins, and yeah, that's going to get me some horsemen, so I can start training those pretty soon. And then I made a mistake here in Lagin. I was wondering why I was like, why do I have a royal hall here in Lagin? Because this is the first building in my chain of buildings that grants titles. This is like a title granting building, and this grants me the office of Karad, or champion. And it's just +1 loyalty and +1 command. I don't have anyone that I want to give that to right now because my only good generals are my family members and I can't give them titles, unfortunately. So I would want to give that to someone else who's a general, and I prefer my generals to be mounted, at the very least. I don't really want to give it to this guy. Like, he's a 1-star general, sure, but it's a unit of kerns, and I don't want kerns to be my general. I want my general to be mounted so that they can get away if they need to. So I'm going to hang on to this for now until a better candidate shows up in the future. I would be comfortable giving that to, for example, a unit of horsemen. If one of them popped up with some decent command, I'd be happy to give that to him. So I was wondering, like, why did I do this? I was trying to remember why I did this, and I must have gotten my buildings mixed up. I want the mead hall because the mead hall was going to give +1 valor to the kerns that I produce here in Lagin, which are already getting +1 valor from the province itself. So the Christian shrine was going to also give me an additional +1 morale. So let's get rid of that for now. I will do that after the mead hall. Mead hall first, 4 turns, and then the Christian shrine. Just because the mead hall, that +1 valor is going to be giving +2 morale, +1 defense, and +1 attack. So quite a bit better than just the +1 morale from the Christian shrine. But still, they're both going to be good. And yeah, that's kind of unfortunate I made that mistake. But it's okay. It's fine. I'll be getting my +2 valor kerns in a little while here. It won't be too long. So moving on, let's see. Brega, do I want to build anything here in Brega? Maybe. I have a lot of money, and I'm also making a lot of money. I'm making over 2 grand a turn, which feels pretty good. So I might want to just go for a keep. Keep is the last tier of castle buildings in this game, which seems pretty crazy that you can get that so early. I don't know how useful it is, though. Yeah, I just looked up the buildings that are become available once I build the keep, and nothing seems too vital for a province that I don't intend on training soldiers at ever, really. I mean, for now, yes, because I have a lot available here in Brega, but in the long run, I don't really intend on making Brega a troop producing facility. So for the time being, maybe just build a slipway, because this will get me my longboats, which is it's my top tier boat. There's only two tiers of boats in this game. And yeah, right now, what am I building right now? I know I can get the Kurag. Yeah, that's what it is. And yeah, they're not great. Attack of 1, defense of 0, speed of 3. And I think that the Viking longboats, can I see it? Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. No. I do not want to attack the Vikings. Oh, let's see. So this is their tier 1 boat, the Snekya. And it's yeah, attack 1, defense 1, speed 3. So it's that defensive 1 that is better than mine. Support cost of 15. And then what's my support cost? Support cost, yeah, see, it's also cheaper than my boat. And if I take a look at the longboats, so yeah, it's not going to show me what the stats are on them. Let's do it. Let's get a slipway here in Brega so I can start building some longboats, just so I can have some better boats in the water. Why not? Why not indeed? And should I start training Kerns again and Lagan? I was going to wait until I had that building, but now I know I have to wait another 4 turns, so I don't think I want to wait that long, considering that I probably should be building up an army to take on the Welsh pretty soon here, I think, is my idea. Connect I'm using it to train spies right now, and I'm pretty okay with that. You can keep training spies, I think. And it looks like I can assign someone to be the governor of Connect. Actually, I think I saw you. Yes, you have 4 acumen. Yes, let's make you the governor. It's going to give you some dread, command, piety, loyalty. Yeah, nothing really great for governors, but I'll raise the income of this province. 299. Yeah, that's all right. And then I want to build another building here. I can get assassins if I do build the tavern. So yeah, why not do that? There's really nothing else, I suppose. So let's do that. And Ulster, this is going to be my other troop producing facility. I can only get mercenaries right now, so I'm still in the early stages. An abbey is interesting, but it's not really for troops at all. So I suppose I just go right for the warrior hold. Get that going. And let's see, anything else? Manau, yeah, I still need a governor for Manau, and I'm working on getting that Christian shrine being built there. So that's going to boost the happiness levels there. And I think that's probably it for this turn. Yeah, I do have some boats in the water, and that is helping out. That's helping out my income quite a bit, because I am trading some, is it wool or linen? Yeah, linen from Lagan. And then as far as attacking the Welsh, I think I probably need at least like 2 stacks. So let's make sure I'm attacking. And this stack's pretty good. I probably just need like 4 units of horsemen before I feel ready to send some units to kill this heir here in Gwent, and then send the rest of the army here to Puis to kill the king's main army, which is just 4 archers and a unit of Celtic warriors, but still, that's, it's a little pointy for sure. It could be a little bit sharp to get that. And then I should probably also send an army here to take on Gwynedd as well. And this is a scary army. 4 units of Celtic warriors. Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot to cut through. So I'm going to want to make sure that I bring some decent units to take on those Celtic warriors. My gallows glasses are good, but they're outnumbered by those Celtic warriors by 40 men. There's 100 men per unit. That's a lot. It's a lot of dudes running at you. So yeah, I'll have to keep that in mind going forward. But I think that other than that, I think I'm okay. I don't want to look for any wives right now, because I do want to wait until my son becomes of age, because Prince Donchad's just my brother. I want my son, of course, to become married, not Prince Donchad. So I'm going to wait on that for now. It looks like I do have a princess. I can send her to go spy. I don't think I really need her to do anything else, but she can totally, yeah, Get some eyes out there for me. See what she can see, and I have a bishop as well. He can also start pushing beyond these borders so that I can spy in that direction as well. And that's probably it for this turn. Holy Jeebus. Okay, the Vikings are coming in hard. Jesus, they just took a Gwynedd again off the Welsh. Yeah, tough. So I will be taking this castle off of the rebels. So, like I said before, my plan is just to kind of roll up to it and throw some javelins. So let's go see how the defenses are here. Funny enough, I actually did choose good weather for this battle, but you know what? The weather gods just do not want to let the Irish fight in good weather, I guess. That's okay, though. Not that it really matters for this battle. The enemy does not have any archers at their disposal. And it turns out that the fortified, or not the fortified, but the warriors' hold, its defenses does not shoot out any arrows at us. So like the fort, which is the tier 1 building in the original campaign, but the tier 4 building in this campaign, the fort does actually have these invisible archers that shoot out from the defensive wall. And in this one, this little stockade, there is no arrow fire, it seems like. In fact, it seems like also, for instance, in the original campaign, the if you get just too close to the walls for basically any structure in any siege, there's going to be those little torches being thrown at your men as well, indicating other forms of defenses. And I haven't seen any of that. I haven't seen any little torches being thrown at us. I've never seen any arrows coming from the wall or any structures inside. At first I thought this might be an arrow tower, but it's just a church. And yeah, actually, like, this is kind of cool because you can see some of the buildings that you have built, or in this case, the AI has built in game, right? So they've built a stone cross, so they have the Christian shrine, I believe, church as well. And I'm pretty sure these buildings get destroyed when I take this place, because I don't think these places were here. Okay, now I'm questioning it. Now I'm wondering if I'm just bullshitting. Because this might just be part of the... This might be part of just the map itself. I'm not sure. But in any case, we will be moving up. At first I thought this was like a precursor to like Rome Total War, where you can visit the city and see the things that you're actually built. But I don't actually know if that's the case. I might have been just making that up. But in any case, my dartmen are moving up. These are my longer ranged little dart throwers. And they will be able to get some shots in on these spearmen in just a moment. And then my kerns and gallowglasses will follow up. That's not a bad hail. Yeah, that's pretty decent. That really is. And then I thought that I'd get my guys grouped up a little bit because my men at the ends were not tossing their darts. So then I grouped my guys up, and there's a full volley coming in, and that's doing a bit of damage to this unit of spearmen. And then they decide to hide behind this hut, which is very, very clever of them, actually. So then in that case, that's going to force me to get my hands dirty and actually get inside these, get inside this stockade. I thought that my kerns might be able to throw their javelins over the stockade and into these spearmen on this side. I don't know if maybe I wasn't close enough, but they were not doing it. So then very soon I decide just to, you know what, how about I send my gallowglasses in? They're my melee soldiers, they're heavy duty, they're hardcore, and they can definitely tear to pieces these spearmen and peasants. I send this unit of gallowglasses to cover this side, and then I can send this unit of gallowglasses in to make sure that this unit does not get charged in the rear. And then I will be sending some kerns as well, so that they can potentially throw their javelins over the heads of the men in front of them. But I believe, so I'm pretty sure gallowglasses must be impetuous, because I did not signal this charge that they're about to do. I think they charged on their own, so they must be impetuous, because yeah, they did this on their own. That's okay though, because this is a good fight for them. And then I realized, you know what, I don't want my kerns throwing javelins into the rear of my men, so how about I just send them right into melee as well. Kerns versus spearmen, that's going to be a pretty good fight for me. These guys are still kind of defending against nothing at this point, because there's really not much over here. So they will be turned around, and they will be sent into this fight as well, I think to cover these guys that might come in. there's the charge, and again, this is the general. I think the general just got cut down, actually. And what do they have left? Peasants right here, spearmen right here. And man, my ghetto classes are just making very short work of the man inside of this stockade. Will the peasants put up any better of a fight? No. No, I don't think so. Even before their beloved church, this isn't really going to change the fate of these men this day. All that's left now is these peasants on this side, and there's some really weird pathing here in this little village where, yeah, the men really don't want to get close to this warrior hole, so they're taking a wide angle, and it's causing them to attack these peasants on a really narrow frontage. And if it was a tougher unit, it would be a bit more annoying, I suppose, but they're peasants, and I was able to get a unit of galley glasses around to their rear, and that's going to be finishing off this battle nice and easy. All in all, that felt pretty clean. I only did lose 24 men, and yeah, it's interesting that that's how those defenses are. It's nice that there were no like archers being or shooting from the walls like there is at a fort. It's just literally just the open gate in the stockade, and that's the only real defense. Also, the village is kind of cool though. I liked that. Kind of some cool little buildings in there. That's neat. Nice stuff. Now Defet is now mine. I did pillage some money there. And unrest included. Looks like, is it the... I guess the Welsh rebelling against the Vikings there. And then unrest in Domon as well. It looks like again, some natives rebelling against the Viking rule. Warrior Hold is finished here in Ulster. And the shrine is finished in Manau. And one of my guys is weak principles, so minus 20% cost to bribe. That's not good. And Lewis O'Brien is a thinker, so plus 2 acumen for him. So maybe he can make for a good general. I'll check on that in a moment. Or not general, but governor. Yes, absolutely. Thinkers. That's what I want for my governors. Now, since I have Defet, I'm assuming this is going to be Defet. Yeah, Defet's 106, Manau's 85. So I would like to give that to him. Yeah, why not? Lewis O'Brien, you will be the new governor of Defet. So we're still waiting on finding a governor for Manau, unfortunately, but that's okay. Let's start building a... what do I want to start with? Probably a border fort? Well, things look pretty good, honestly. I mean, this is at normal taxation, and I'm still at 123% loyalty, so maybe just start right off with the warrior hold, just so I can have some defenses. And then I can go from there. Get a border fort, perhaps, and then a gold mine. That seems pretty good. That's going to raise income by quite a bit. Yeah, that's my idea for that. So we got Vikings in Gwynedd and Vikings in Clwyd. Alright. Well, I hope they don't keep it. I hope they kind of leave, because I kind of want this territory to myself. But for the time being, the fact that they're kind of harassing the Welsh while I'm preparing to, attack the Welsh, this might be a good opportunity for me. Now my son, Prince Flan, has finally come of age. And I'll be eager to check him out and see what kind of man he's going to be, because I believe he's going to be my next king. Armor has been completed here in Munster. This is my first armor, so I will be getting +1 for any for my defense of any units that are trained here in Munster. And drinking hall's been completed here in Manau, and yes, I have skipped ahead a few turns here just to try to get some of these build orders out of the way here. So yes, now I can train kerns here in Manau, but I do want to essentially rush to... well, galley glasses, I think, in Manau, and then I can start getting my armors and my metalsmiths being built here in Manau. Christian Shrine is complete here in Laggan, so now I will be getting... so now any kern that is trained here in Laggan is getting +2 Valor and +1 Morale, which is pretty gosh darn good. In fact, I might just retrain all of the kerns that I currently have there in that province. Slipway is completed here in Brega, so now I can start training or building the Viking longboats. Check those out. See how good those are. And yeah, King Ada the Fifth is now a magnificent builder. His long and extensive program of building has caused a huge advance in the quality of life of the people and the prosperity of the nobility, plus in happiness in all provinces and +2 loyalty to all generals. Good stuff. So Prince Flan, what do you got? So secret perversion. His preference is for young boys rather than young women. He has managed to keep this a secret so far, so that's all he has, unfortunately. Looks like he is a 2-star general, so at least he does have that. And the secret perversion is not going to matter until it gets found out, and when it gets found out, he's just going to lose piety, and that's it. That's all that matters. So I don't think that trait really does matter for this campaign, because I don't think piety and religion really matters too much. And yeah, 2 command, not great, but you know, whatever. All I need him to do is survive. And I think you are going to be my next in line, correct? No, Prince Donchad still is. Why? He's the son? Damn. Ugh. Okay, I didn't think that was the case. Okay, interesting. Interesting. I think then, if that's the case, I think I should go into battle with Prince Flan leading one army and then Prince Donchad leading the other. What I can do is essentially send just a few units down here to kill this heir, Prince Caradoc, and then I can send a few units up here. See, they've been really distracted by the Vikings, so they're kind of all over the place right now, but I can essentially send 1 full stack to Gwynedd, and then split 1 stack between Gwent and Puis. So how far along am I? I know I have... Yeah, so I am training my horsemen here in Munster. And... yeah, I essentially need more infantry. Yeah, I pretty much need like a full stack more before I'm ready to go and invade Wales. Someone has killed one of my princesses. Princess Murray. An enemy assassin has managed to infiltrate the quarters of a princess of your blood and enter her life. While she slept, find out who perpetrated this atrocity and mete out swift justice. Well, how about that? I just sent her up there to spy on the Picts, and I suppose the Picts weren't too happy about that. And yeah, she was just kind of hanging out, and I don't even have any assassins on the field right now. Interesting. Well, Picts, you're gonna get it at some point. Other than that, though, things have been just moving pretty slowly here. I've just been working on my military infrastructure, and yeah, that's about it. You know, just kind of building up my forces. Looks like I have another princess available too. Princess Ida. Oh, should I send her north? I don't really have anything to do with all these princesses except using them as spies. Down here, it's been going just fine. You know, these princesses, her and then this bishop have been hanging out. No one's been bothering them. Princess Eithne, no one's been bothering her either, so just Princess Moray got capped. Unfortunate. How about I send her to Lothan? Maybe she'll have better chances down here. But yeah, other than that, I am working on my gold mine complex here in Defet, so I can make a bit more money. Despite the fact that I have a growing army, my profits are still sitting around 1,800, which is pretty good. And I am training horsemen and spearmen with +1 armor here in Munster. Actually, +1 armor and +1 attack because of my metalsmith as well. And I just realized that actually in this campaign, iron is required for armors and metalsmiths. Whereas in the normal OG medieval Total War campaign, the iron is just required for the metalsmiths themselves. So the building that gives +1 attack. But yeah, in this campaign, you can't get either of those buildings unless you have iron, which has caught me by surprise because I was going to get my Currents here in Legan. I was going to just really beef them up with some armor in addition to their +1 morale and their +2 valor, but no, I guess not. That's not going to happen, but oh well, that's fine. I can always retrain them in other provinces as well. That's always an option, but right now I'm kind of just focused on building up my armies so that I'm ready to go here. I am retraining some units from this army back in my homeland, and I should be ready to go relatively soon, but then I still do want like another army. I do also have some ballistas so that I can use them to team up on this. Ooh, this has been downgraded. This was a fort. Now it's a fortified village. Okay. Yeah, the Vikings have been giving the Welsh some issues for sure. So yeah, there are some issues. This was a fort, so I was thinking that that was going to be a little bit more difficult for me to get into, but yeah, a fortified village would be a fair bit easier, I suppose. Now I can build my longboats here in Brega. So after suffering at the hands of Viking raiders, it took little effort of mine to see that copying their fine ships would be a good idea. The longboat is perfect for crossing the seas and working inshore, but not built to quite the same standards as the Viking original. So it does have attack of 1, defense of 1, speed of 2, so it is 1 less speed than the Kurag. But it is cheaper, that is one nice thing. It's only 15 support costs, as this is going to be 20 support costs. But it does cost 600 florins more, or 200 florins more, so there's a little bit of a trade-off here. Let's get some longboats going here in Brega so I can, you know, just spread my fleets all the way around. The fact that I haven't done that yet is a little bit haggard, but I have been focusing on more things in this case. It's interesting how in this game, so they have this big section right here that is basically uncrossable for all of the factions that are not the Vikings, so that we can never invade their homelands. Now, technically, what you could do is you could send an emissary and bribe their forces if you wanted to take over their territories. That is very possible, but the campaign is not meant for you to be attacking the Vikings. It's meant for the Vikings to be attacking all of us, and them using their ships and their superior navy to basically strike at will wherever they would like and raid as they go. Now, I'm not too sure how competent the AI is at doing this, because it does seem like the Vikings struggle a little bit, and that is surprising considering how potent their military is. Their army in this campaign, from what I've seen, is pretty gosh darn good. It's a lot of, really good heavy infantry, which is to be expected. Very light on the cavalry department and skirmisher department, but their heavy infantry is just second to none in this campaign. So it is kind of shocking to see that they struggle a bit. But yeah, again, my experience with this campaign is not too extensive, so I might be wrong. Maybe in more cases than none, maybe the Vikings actually do very well. However, from what I've seen, as long as I stay allied with them and I, keep boats around my island here, then it seems like they kind of leave me alone. Maybe if I was playing as one of these factions, maybe it would be a bit more of a nuisance. But that's something I'll have to find out in the near future, I suppose. Or not near future, but whenever I get around to it, I suppose. Now, Prince Niall has come of age as well, so let's take a look at him and see how he's doing. Mead Hall's finished here in Manau, so now I can train my Galloglasses, I believe. My Galloglasses and my Irish Dartmen here in Manau. Gold Mine finished here in Defet, so I can get some more money there. Alehouse finished here in Connacht, and I think that's going to give me my +1 Valor Assassins, I believe. And I suppose I could start training some assassins as well, but I'm focusing on my navy in Connacht and Brega. Alright, Prince Niall, what you got, man? Pride. His habit of killing staff members who prove him wrong is now widely known, and so he finds it impossible to get anyone to serve him. However, his legendary pride does make him formidable in combat. -2 command, -2 acumen, +3 valor. So he's going to make a really shitty governor and general, but he's going to be a good fighter. I'll give him that much. And on top of that, great warrior. So yes, +5 health as well. So he's going to be harder to kill. So yes, just a good fighter, but just kind of a dumb leader and a dumb governor and all that stuff. Now I've gone on and built a royal mint here in Ligan because since I've accidentally made this the province where I will be building my title buildings, not that it really matters, but may as well just keep going down this line so I can give these titles to other generals and governors of mine. Now, for the champion title, I still don't really have someone for that. However, this new title that I've been granted from the Royal Mint, now I can grant someone +2 loyalty and +2 acumen. Now, that +2 acumen can be put to use. If I look into my economy scroll, I can see that the best province, or the province making the most money for me, is going to be Viking itself, which is not to be any surprise, because this is the province that is trading linen, and I do have a few boats in the water now, so making 860 right now. If I can give the governor of Viking a bit more acumen, that would be good. So if I go and find Lord Teg, he is right here. So 6 acumen, pretty decent. He's a hedonist. That's going to be plus or minus 1 valor, but that does not matter because, well, I mean, it doesn't matter. It makes him a less good fighter, but hopefully he doesn't die in combat. But if I pull him out of his unit and give him that title, so it is you, correct? And then if I give you plus 2 acumen, boost the income of Viking to 955. Yeah, that's not bad. Not bad at all. I will take that. Now, I actually had someone in mind to make my champion, because like I was saying before, I like my generals to be mounted, and I did give this Lord Tyndale a governorship of the province of Manau, because he did have 4 acumen. He did. And that governorship did give him plus 1 command as well. So I'm thinking, hey, if I give him another plus 1 command from this title right here, that's a 2-star general. You know, that's not bad. That's okay. I can work with that. But then he gets this trait, Chinless Wonder. Perhaps 1 or 2 of this man's close ancestors were a little too close, resulting in an unconventional family tree. Minus 1 acumen, minus 1 command. That's really too bad. So if I find someone else who could make a better governor, then I'd be happy to do that. Like this chap, Canel O'Connor. Yes, 4 acumen. So let's take you and so he has a bunch of loyalty. So if I strip him of his title, yeah, he's going to be pissed off, but I think I'll be fine. So I have to find, where's my emissary? He's hanging out over here. And let's strip him of his titles so I can get that governorship back, and then I can give that to Canel O'Connor over here. And we are making progress. We pretty much have this army all settled here in Defet. It's all ready to go to split between Gwent and Puis. And then I'm just a few turns away before this army is ready to go here in Brega as well. And that can invade. Well, right now the Vikings are dealing with some rebels, but if the rebels win and kick the Vikings out, that's going to give me a good foothold there, and then I can push on into Welsh territories. In fact, if the rebels take that, I should just jump in immediately before the Welsh do, just so I can have another foothold there, and I can attack the Welsh provinces, well, all 3 of them at once, right? Clwyd, Puis, and Gwent all at once. That would be a lot easier than attacking these 2 provinces and this one, and then having this as a, place where they could back up to and kind of a retreat to. If I can just attack all 3 provinces at once and take out the Welsh in just like 1 or 2 turns, that would be a lot better, I think. So this could be my opportunity. Whether or not my army is completely 100% ready to go, as long as if they can beat these rebels, then I need to go in there and take Gwynedd. So that's going to be the play going forward, but that's all going to have to wait until next time. As always, I hope you've enjoyed this episode, and thank you very much for watching. This has been Conestep playing Medieval Total War Viking Invasion. Thank you very much, and goodbye.